From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Well, today we kind of dodged a bullet, temperature-wise anyways. We made it to the mid-30s, upper 30s, and that really has limited any wintry weather impacts across mid-Michigan, so roadways just wet for the most part. I mean, it's still 34 Alma, 34 Mount Pleasant, and there is some snow happening to our north, but nothing that's going to cause any major issues out there for us. Our satellite radar shows the last gasp of the system now beginning to slip towards the east and southeast. We'll see clearing skies moving in later tonight. Overall, travel-wise for the evening hours, I mean, the advice is always if there's a snowflake falling, watch out for a slick spot. But with temperatures above freezing, I don't anticipate any major issues, and we shouldn't drop below freezing until after the precipitation stops. And it will be cold tomorrow morning, mid-20s on the way, but wait till you see the silver bells and weekend forecast. 6 News at 6 starts right now.
WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 6.
We have new developments in a possible ethics violation involving a member of the Lansing City Council. It's our top story at 6. Thank you for joining us. I'm Siobhan Klepfer.
And I'm Jorma Duran. Our Karina Prieto first reported on this last night involving a recent vote made by Council member Tamara Carter connected to a family member.
Well, Carter says the city attorney determined there was no violation. Karina is here for you now with the latest on this story. Karina, what can you tell us?
Jorma, Siobhan, the concern stems from Carter's November 10th vote to rescind a make safe or demolish order for a property owned by her sister-in-law. After reaching out to Carter, she responded with a statement via email saying, quote, "After further review with the city attorney, it was deemed that there was no conflict of interest or appearance of a conflict of interest. As an at-large representative of the city, I have been elected to vote for the will of the people, and I take that responsibility very seriously." End quote. I attempted to speak with City Attorney Greg Venker before last night's City Council meeting. He declined to comment on his determination that there was no conflict of interest, despite Carter previously recusing herself from votes involving family-owned properties. 6 News spoke with the Director of Government Ethics at the Markula Center of Applied Ethics. She says there does appear to be a conflict of interest.
So if we're talking about an ethics standard, you have to ensure that there's no appearance and that the core principle of impartiality is shown throughout the process. Your sister-in-law being the center of a decision is a conflict of interest.
Now, a Lansing City ethics ordinance says no official should vote on any matters relating to any business in which they or a member of their immediate family have a financial or personal interest. That ordinance includes in-laws. When we reached out, a spokesperson for Lansing Mayor Andy Shore said he will absolutely not comment on this. If you'd like to see our full coverage of this story, you can head to our website, WLNS.com.
Karina, thank you very much. A Lansing ice cream shop went up in flames late last night, and firefighters say the building is a total loss. The fire took place at the Frosty Corner, located on the 1700 block of South Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, just before 11 p.m. The 6 News team that was on the scene said they could see large plumes of smoke and flames coming from the building. Officials believe the fire may have started from a gas meter. No injuries were reported.
In this update, the Ingham County Sheriff's Office has identified the man found dead after a house fire in Mason. Sheriff's officials say 83-year-old Dirk Spillemakers was found in the home after firefighters arrived at his house around 4:30 in the morning last week Friday. The home is on the 400 block of South Aurelius Road. The Mason Fire Department says Spillemakers was the fire's only victim. The Sheriff's Office says the investigation is closed and there was no foul play involved.
Today, advocates voiced their concerns about food security at a roundtable with Michigan's Attorney General Dana Nessel.
Nessel is one of dozens of attorneys general suing the Trump administration, accusing it of unlawfully spending SNAP benefits back in October.
Taryn Simmons was at today's gathering this afternoon. She's here for you now with the story. Good evening, Taryn.
Jorma, Siobhan, although SNAP benefits are restored to Michiganders this month with federal government spending restored, Federal Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins has said recipients will need to reapply to crack down on fraud. Advocates say a reapplication process would impact thousands. Under new work requirements from the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, the age limit for middle-aged Americans who depend on SNAP benefits was raised from 54 to 64 for able-bodied adults without dependents. Exemptions were also removed for homeless people, veterans, and young adults who were in the foster care system when they turned 18. Refugees, asylum seekers, and residents granted legal protection for humanitarian purposes are not able to receive SNAP benefits. Attorney General Dana Nessel says these new rules will make it harder for marginalized Michiganders.
You heard from the disabled community and how difficult it can be for them to navigate the process. Having internet access, having the ability to do that, those are the kinds of things where it deters people from participating in a program that they otherwise are eligible for.
Exemptions were also changed for parents or relatives for a dependent under 18 years old to 14 years old. Back to you.
Taryn, thank you very much. Today, Governor Gretchen Whitmer joined a group of children and parents to pardon 2 turkeys at a ceremony to celebrate Thanksgiving.
Yes, and for the past 3 years, Whitmer announced the names of the 2 turkeys thanks to a statewide contest.
I hereby pardon Fago and Berners. Congratulations.
This year, the governor pardoned a pair of sister turkeys, Fago and Verners. In previous years, the names have been Aiden Cluckingson, Dolly Pardon, and Mitchie Gander.
Let's get down to business. We're here to pardon Fago and Verners from Mayberry Farms. Their names were selected from 1,527 submissions. We pulled the top 8 pairs, and Michiganders voted to crown the winner.
Well, after receiving the pardon today, these turkeys will travel to the Macomb County Animal Control.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We'll talk about the Thanksgiving holiday coming up because that is looking a little iffy as far as temperatures and snowfall. In the meantime, though, we've got some nice weather to enjoy. Now, not quite this nice. Janice submitted this picture to us today, but this is not from today, but what a gorgeous shot. Makes me think nice, warm spring thoughts. Not that I'm already looking forward to spring, but yeah, I kind of am. Although I'm a weather person, so I do enjoy some big snow, so you'll see me get pretty excited when we have some decent snow finally in the forecast. To submit your weather photos, upload those at WLNS.com/share. Last, the precipitation from this storm system is moving out. Not that it was a big deal for us. It was all very, very light. So we check out PrecisionCast for tonight. Precipitation moves out, stars move in, so clear skies late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Our high pressure system is going to move east really quickly. That'll allow some high and mid-level clouds to begin to move back overhead, so we'll be mostly cloudy by tomorrow afternoon. Moving ahead into Thursday, trough of low pressure to the west. That gets closer and closer, but really doesn't cause us any issues other than a little bit of wind for Thursday night and into Friday. In the meantime, cloud cover will increase, but the moisture to the south that was probably going to get drawn north with an area of low pressure just doesn't happen. So these two stay kind of separate. Some rain gets close on Friday, probably in central Ohio and central Indiana, central Illinois, but not here in mid-Michigan. That's great news for Silver Bells. A look at the high temperature trend. We warm it up too. 50 the high on Friday, so that looks good. Again, I think the only complaint is going to be for the evening hours, a little bit of wind out there. Temperatures cooler Saturday. We're back into the warm stuff Sunday and Monday. And then we start to cool things off in a much bigger way by next Thursday and Friday. And that's that Thanksgiving pattern change I was talking about. Current temperatures mid-30s all across mid-Michigan. There's no one terribly close to the freezing mark, so whatever we get this evening shouldn't create problems on area roadways. In St. John's, wet roads, temperature 35 degrees, 607-inch of precipitation totals today. On the Capitol Cam, same story, temperature 35, winds northeast at 6, although we didn't have any rain in the rain gauge. Temperatures in the mid-30s this evening in Grand Ledge. Travel-wise, looks very good. Here's our current view in Jackson. Cloudy skies, current temp, that's at 35. Winds northeast at 7, just under 1/10 of an inch of precipitation. Hillsdale picked up the most precip today with close to 2/10 of an inch. Temperature, though, is well above freezing, currently sitting at 37 degrees. Tonight's forecast, your low temperature 25 with a light evening mix with temperatures above freezing. Once it clears, we drop below freezing. Tomorrow's forecast starts out cold, ends up chilly, but not that bad. Mostly cloudy and 42 degrees with light winds. Shouldn't feel too bad outside. The 6-day forecast, silver bells on Friday, partly cloudy and 50. Temperatures over the weekend remain mild. We start out the week next week mild, and then we start to cool it off. Wednesday, rain showers. Thursday, snow showers, 40 degrees the high, and then we're stuck in the 30s. System in the area next Sunday bears watching with mid-30s at best.
Ooh, it's going to take some getting used to.
Yeah, a little cold out there. And the cool air, it's been cooling in Canada for a while, and now we're going to slip into a pattern which we have kind of successive cold fronts, so it just kind of keeps reinforcing it.
But silver bells.
Silver bells, though.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
We're thinking short term today. Silver bells looks good.
Thank you, David. Well, while you're out holiday shopping, we would love for you to think about picking up something for kids who might otherwise go without. The annual Highfields Toy Drive is underway. We're looking for new unwrapped toys, books, or clothing, and we'll take anything for infants through 18-year-olds. You can drop off your donation right here at the WLNS TV6 studios in Lansing or at participating Ford dealerships. You can see those on your screen. And you can make that donation anytime between now and December 15th. We hope you can help us make a child's holiday a little brighter.